my take on the Tanis Leonhardi 800 meters run, time of 3 minutes and 18.0 seconds from 26 March 2007. I'm filming this on Tuesday, 20 August 2024, and this is one of my competition results in the 800 meters run. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle, and I was competing for Shorewood High School in the 800 meters run race at a 2007 Wesco Conference Junior Varsity time trial track and field meet high school at Goddard Stadium at Mariner High School in Everett, Washington State, United States of America, on a time of 3 minutes and 18.0 seconds in the women's event on Monday, 26 March 2007. With my time, I achieved a personal best time. I provide my take/perspective on my performance and contextualize it in terms of still not knowing if this was an official competition or just a time trial competition, and a perk of being my speed of slow, allowed to vary by 5 to 10 seconds and figure out what the time swings correspond to. Yes, so this was part 2 of the day that I went to practice and realized there was a meet, and then there was a meet, and they were like, you're gonna do the 800 for time, and I was like, oh, I'm competing. And so this was it was the same, I think they had the same competition name for it. I don't remember what it was, and so I decided to interpret them as like time trial meets, but linked in them. I think it was about this one, somebody brought up like a Grand Prix kind of format for the competitions, so they were a little bit different. Yes, and this was the one where I think we got to the track, and it was very nondescript, meaning like there's not necessarily any features that really like pop out. And I think I made a comment about like the track being red, and like, you know, other people on the team were like, well, most tracks are red, and I was kind of like, because it was a different track. It was a different track, and the best I could come up with was the color, right? That's what it was. And I recently went to Edmonds Woodway, and they had the surface was a little bit different than some of the other track and fields. So I wonder if it was a red tactile surface. I have not been back to the track and field since this competition, even if I went back for a high school swim meet later in my competition career in high school, but that was a different sport. So there was something like that. It was so this was a pretty big, so my personal best time before this one was a 3:22, so I did whack off 4+ seconds, and it felt better. There was I would say it was, if there's from this 2007 season time that kind of felt like kind of a little bit of a relief, and it didn't like just to kind of attain the time, this was that one. And I did about this time, it was not everybody was out there dropping 4 seconds off their personal best time, and so I kind of realized, not having competition experience and being my speed of slow was kind of there was a perk to it. I was allowed to drop that much time. If the first person finisher is finishing, you know, 30 seconds ahead of me, right, and it's kind of thing. I don't remember what the winning time was. There is a little bit of I'm allowed to swing and figure out what, like, so if I go 4 seconds faster, what was it? Or if I go 4 seconds faster and then add 2 seconds, what was that kind of thing? And it doesn't draw the attention or scrutiny that it might if somebody's like out there and, you know, the first 3 finishers are within 2 seconds of each other, then a 5 to 10 second swing, time swing might result in different placings and stuff like that. So, I was fortunate to be where I was. And also, one last comment about that particularly is, in the 800 meters run, is start on a curve and you have to stay in your lane until you pass a mark, and then all of the runners collapse down. And so I was fortunate to be slow enough that I didn't get into, like, if you've ever watched the 800 meters at like, say like the Olympic Games or something, there's kind of like how to pass and get in front dynamics. And I was slow enough that didn't factor in all that much. Right? It wasn't like a group of 5 of us where I was at. There were times where there was like a group of us and like there was passing, but like it wasn't, you know, everybody fighting to be the first to cross the finish line. So I was like, this is silver lining of being this slow. I can be like, you guys have fun with that. I for the most part get to kind of run the race myself, so without those dynamics. So I thought that was kind of cool. A silver lining anyway. So that's my take on the Tanis Leonhardi 800 meters run. Time of 3 minutes and 18.0 seconds from 26 March 2007. And yes, it was a 7 in 2007 year. I did 7 800 meters run in competition for the 2007 track season. And I finished with jersey number 9 and 9 seasons for soccer. So it was like 7 and 7 and 9 and 9 for kind of